Just when everyone thought the New York Knicks were dead, Karl-Anthony Towns went on a huge heater. 20 points, 8 rebounds in the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden, we have a series now. All this analysis, all this advanced data, it's funny to me that the lineup that really gave them a chance to win this game included Landry Shamet and DeLon Wright, 2 players that have barely played in the regular season, let alone the postseason. And one of my criticisms for the Knicks in this series is just been too much Jalen Brunson versus the world offensively. And this lineup, it was Karl-Anthony Towns versus the world. They got him one-on-one versus Turner in the corner, and look at how spaced the floor is for him. He pump fakes the three-pointer, does a great job acting like he's going left to set up the spin move the other way. Also, great job sealing off Miles Turner so he can't get the block. The Knicks have to figure out a way to get Karl-Anthony Towns cooking in lineups with Jalen Brunson on the floor because he averaged 30.3 points per game in the regular season versus this team. Miles Turner in that fourth quarter felt helpless in isolation. Same with Tony Bradley. The Pacers have Aaron Nesmith, Andrew Nembhard, a bunch of great perimeter defenders to make Brunson's life tough, but Cat offensively seems to be a real problem when he's attacking and playing with confidence. Also, this was a crazy choke job from the Pacers. I mean, what is this transition defense? You have DeLon Wright 1 pass away. If you're Siakam, you have to cut off that driving lane and just live with the results of DeLon Wright shooting. Cat says, I'm too good. I'm too quick for Miles Turner. I'm going to take the contact and score on his face with the left-handed finish. And this is the annoying thing about guarding Karl-Anthony Towns. You have to be alert at all times. Look at Miles Turner on this play. He sinks in the paint because he's a big man. He's used to doing that. A possession that looked like it was going nowhere turns into something because Karl-Anthony Towns can shoot from anywhere on the basketball court. This is the modern NBA. One simple little error, as you just saw, Miles Turner sinking to the paint just a little too much, ended that possession for the Pacers. But look at this. Next possession, Miles Turner is dry humping him off the ball because he's so worried about that three-point shot. This is just a great job by Karl-Anthony Towns staying engaged because you have seen the Knicks a lot this series in this situation. They just live with the ISO result. Like everyone would just stand around. And that's what the Pacers believe. Look at all of the players off ball for the Pacers. They're all eyeing Mikal up because the Knicks haven't been moving off the ball particularly well consistently. But they were different in the second half, and it caught Miles Turner off guard clearly on this one. It's pretty crazy. Every clip we have shown manufactured 3 points for the Knicks. Every time he was driving to the rim, he was getting fouled and finishing and then making one at the free throw line. Then all his other buckets were from the perimeter. And again, saving a possession that was really going nowhere. Half the shot clock is drained and he's operating like a point guard. Deuce McBride comes to set a screen and that's enough space and opportunity to hit the step back cheese. And look at the contest, heavily contested, creates contact on the follow through. It doesn't matter. This dude was on a heater. He was confident and he was hitting everything. This unreal takeover from Karl-Anthony Towns, along with their defensive effort, was the reason they ended up winning this game. Listen to this. Indiana only scored 42 points. They had 8 assists in the second half. They shot 36.8% from the field. They shot 16.7% from 3. And I think something that happened to the Knicks in game 1 is the pressure of the comeback from the Knicks got in the head of the Pacers. Their offense just completely fell flat on their face. There was multiple times where Halliburton got Karl-Anthony Towns on the switch, and in games 1 and 2, he was taking advantage of that in crunch time. Tonight, he was passing to Aaron Nesmith, chucking up a floater in the corner. I was like, what are they doing? Clearly, the pressure got to the Indiana Pacers. And when I brought up their 8 assists, I also meant to say the Indiana Pacers had 8 turnovers. They had as many turnovers as they did assists, and the Knicks had 14 points off turnovers. And a lot of those turnovers were defensively just beating the Pacers to the spot. They took like 3 offensive charges in the third quarter, and I really thought that swung the momentum of this game. But it's pretty crazy. You see a lot of analysis online, advanced numbers. They should do this with the lineup. They should do that. But in my opinion, a lot of this series has just come down to one team playing more free than the other, while at the same time, the other team is kind of just, trying to get to the end of the game rather than just, stepping on their throat. And as that's happening, the pressure is mounting up and they just can't function from it. A lot of basketball is about confidence and momentum and players that can rise above that. This has been a fun series. Who do you got? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. If you got time, check out my other videos. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.